Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be doing a superhero mod review, and inside of this mod it will showcase a lot of Marvel superheroes like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, even like Wolverine and Deadpool, which is pretty cool. So let's get right into the video. So guys, in this mod I'll be showing you everything that's inside it, like the superhero powers, the gadgets you can make, and like some of the ores you can find in your world. And later on I'll be showing you what can actually spawn in your world, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let me show you guys. So we have this hero fabricator. When you open this up, it will show you every superhero you can create, and there's tons of characters you can make, like a lot. And I'll try to showcase all of them here. I don't know if I fully can, but the way this works is once you craft this lovely machine, you place it down, you right click, and then let's say you wanted to craft Iron Man, you'd click on it, you'd choose the suit you'd want. So if I wanted the Mark IV, I'd click on it, and then it would show you a list of things you need. So you would need some titanium, some gold, and some redstone to make it. And then also, if you want like to be able to fly and stuff, you need to get the reactor arc, which goes on your leg slot, and it's quite expensive because you need 16 whole blocks of redstone, which can be quite a lot. Then obviously you need some copper and some iron, but it could be worse. But yeah, so that's what we've got for the superhero fabricator. Then over here we have every single Spider-Man suit. Like we've got the classic Scoot. What am I talking about? Scooter. Anyways, we've got the classic suit. We've got the Spider-Man No Way Home Iron Man Spider suit, I think it is. We've got the actual Iron Spider suit. We've got the Miles Morales suit. Got like Miguel O'Hara, that's his name. And we're going to quickly showcase off all of his abilities. So if we open this chest, this is everything that we have. We have a Spider-Man web shooter, a Spider-Man web slinger, some iron spider arms, and also the Spider-Man powers. And I'll pretty much, yeah, we're going to choose a suit. I'm probably going to go with this one here, because this one looks the best. So we grab the helmet, grab the legs, just whack it on, have this cool little animation, and then you're in the spider suit. And then what we're given is we're given a web shooter, which can actually shoot webs if you right click, which is pretty cool. And you can also slap cows with it. Oh, he just got killed. And then also you have these Spider-Man metal arms, which when you put it on, it will change your goggles, and then you'll have these really cool Spider-Man arms, if you can't tell. It's really cool. And then in person, this is what it looks like. It looks it's quite scary, but it's quite nice. And also it comes with an ability which just lets you just attack with them, which is really cool. And then when we use the Spider-Man powers, do you notice our animations change? Like we can jump like that. If we crouch, look up and jump, we do like a super jump. And then when you're using the Spider-Man stuff, I mean these ones are the same. However, you get this really cool feature. But if you crouch and right click, this menu pops up, and then you can choose what it does. So if we pick Spider Rush, we can do this really cool spin. And then if we do the bottom left one, we'll shoot like these little lasers, which are really cool. So that is what the Spider-Man arms do, and then obviously just de-equipped it and it'll just go out of you. And then we also have these Spider-Man web shooters, which they're a little bit bugged at the moment, but I'm sure they get fixed. And you see we can web swing with them. It's not the best because obviously there's no tall buildings near, but it could be a lot worse. Here real quick. Yeah, here we go. See, we're web swinging. Woohoo! And then just jump to let go of it, and then you can come back. And yeah, that's everything that is in the Spider-Man stuff. It's exactly the same for all of them. We have the same gadgets, and all the suits are pretty much the same, except it just looks different. And that's what we got for the Spider-Man stuff. Okay guys, now up next we have the Iron Man suits and the arc reactor. And I'm going to show you exactly how these work. He can be quite confusing because he's got a lot of stuff. So yeah, if I just go into first person real quick, we can choose the suit we want. I think I'm going to go with this suit. So we grab the little suit, and obviously you can see the arc reactor. So you have to grab that as well. And the way we do this is we want to put the suit in our thing. As you see, it's really cool animation. And then we're going to put the arc reactor on your chest. And you see that gives us our powers. So we have a fire repulse, we have a laser beam, and we also have really cool miniguns. So if you want to use them, what you can do is, let's say this little piggy, poor guy, you can just shoot him with your laser. It just does that. It does quite a lot of damage. And I just realised I've just destroyed a lot of my stuff. Oops. Anyways, we have a really cool minigun. It does a lot of noise, a minigun. And then, if you wanted to change these, all you have to do is you have to crouch and punch. And it shows up this whole little stuff. So if you click repulsor, oh, it does the exact same. However, you can choose a laser. So a laser comes out of your hands. There is also a glove with a missile launcher. So you can come over here where it's safe. What we can do is we can shoot missiles from our hand, which is pretty cool. You can do exactly the same for the other gadgets. That's all that does. That is pretty cool. That just made an insane explosion. Which, man, if I was Iron Man in real life, I would be so happy. I'd just be flying about, living life, you know. But yeah, and then obviously we can click with the miniguns, and then we get these flares, which I don't really know what they do. They're a little bit useless, but yeah, that is everything for the Iron Man one. However, you can also fly, which is pretty cool. As you can see, you fly about, and you can get really quick. Like I'm zooming, and you have like infinite fuel as well, which is quite lovely. But yeah, if you just come down here now, that is everything for the Iron Man one. I think it's pretty cool, and he's quite powerful if you're playing this mode in survival. I know because I've used him, and oh my god, he's so OP. Like he can just like one tap so many people. It's amazing. But yeah, that's Iron Man done. Okay. Just whack this stuff. Up next we have Captain America, and as you can see he has two suits. He has this one and this one. This is the classic suit and this is the Civil War suit. So if you just grab our two pieces, we can put it on, and we look quite cool, don't we? It looks pretty epic. Yeah, if you come over here, he has two items. He has his super soldier powers and his Captain America shield. So yeah guys, what Captain America can do is he has these super soldier powers, which when you like put them on, which will go into your leg slot, you get really cool powers like you can jump really high, you run really fast, and you heal more, which is really good. Because like if you're fighting the Wither or the End Dragon, you want to stay alive, you know, so you don't die. And then also you have a Captain America shield, which looks pretty cool. And what you can do with this is if you crouch, it will block shots, and if you throw it, or if you right click, it will throw it, and that's pretty much what it does. But also it can bounce off things, or it should be able to bounce off things. I don't know why it's not doing it. But yeah, that is Captain America. He's really cool. So guys, up next we do in fact have Ant-Man. He has 5 suits, which are all pretty cool. I think my favourite is probably this one, as it does look really nice when you put it on. And yeah, I'll show you guys his powers. So he has these Pym particles, which I actually don't know what they're used for. I think it's used for making these Pym discs. But pretty much all you're going to do is you're going to grab your regulator and your Pym discs. And then to use it, you're going to put the Pym disc in your offhand. And then now, whenever you crouch and right click on the regulator, you change size. So I am now really, really tiny. Like if I stand next to this chest here, I am literally a pixel, and also I can jump really, really high. And now, if you want to change back to a normal size, all you have to do is crouch and re-click it, and then you turn back to normal. But then, if you want to become massive, what you do is you want to grab your blue Pym discs, put them back in your offhand, right here. You're gonna crouch and you're gonna click it, and then you turn gigantic. But you've got to be careful when you use this, because if you walk into something, it will break. And I don't want to risk it. I was gonna try to go through there to show you that it can break the flooring, but I'd probably break all the Spider-Man outfits, which would not be good. But yeah, and if you want to turn back to normal, just re-click it again. When you're tiny, you get super strength and super speed. When you're slow, you just get super strength, which is really cool. But then obviously when you're massive, whatever you walk into will literally die, which is really cool. But that is the Ant-Man stuff. I keep stuttering a lot in this video, but it's okay because this is literally my first video and I'm going to make mistakes. And it's normal, everyone makes mistakes. Don't let anyone think you're different for making mistakes, okay? You want to be you, okay? I can't see you. You want to be you and yourself. Also, if you like my outfit, I actually made this today and I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, next up, we got Thor. He has a lot of outfits. He's got 6 in total. He's got like the classic one all the way to like the Thor Ragnarok one, which is here. And obviously Love and Thunder. But for this sake, I'm just gonna put on this one. This one's quite known. It was in like the MCU Thor movies, I'm pretty sure. But this is how he looks. He looks pretty snazzy. And then what you got is you got Thor powers, you got Bifrost, you got the Stormbreaker, and the Mjolnir. What's pretty cool is what's really cool is if you don't have the Thor powers equipped, pretty much what will happen is it won't work because I've like dinged it. I've already picked it up, but basically it won't let you pick it up and it'll drop out your inventory. So you have to get the Thor powers to be able to pick up the hammer, which is really cool. But pretty much what we're gonna do is you can put your Mjolnir in your offhand and see it gives you a ton of powers. These powers include Thor and Mjolnir. It's got like lightning rays, which are pretty cool. They're pretty destructive. You've got which just makes a lot of lightning and it's very loud. And for some reason I've spawned in some little zombie people. Oh. Don't worry there. I've got you guys. They're probably gonna break. It's alright. Oh no, this guy survived. Thor, will you survive? Yeah, he did. Oh well. And then we've got the Stormbreaker, which you can throw it as well. And then you can set a Bifrost, so all you need to do is type in your coordinates, submit it. I'm gone. Pretty much it just teleports you to... I'm stuck in a tunnel. It teleports you to where you need to go. Like if I set this to 120, 300, just submit. That will teleport me. And I am currently still in the ground. Hold on, let me set all of it to 100. I have no clue where I am. There we go, I am back. And as you can see, it leaves a really cool little mark on the floor. But yeah, let me just go back to my village real quick. Ooh, yeah, you can fly as well, that's really cool. And you also have a lightning field, which I'm pretty sure it did something. I have no clue. And then obviously you've got combat, which is like just do little attacks. But that is Thor. And obviously you can de-equip it. But yeah, that is Thor, guys. Now on to the next character. So guys, we currently have Wolverine. No, I'm just kidding. We have the Fantastic Four. Wolverine will be next, however. So as you can see, we've got all these really cool suits. I'm going to pick up this suit, the Fantastic Four blue and black suit, because I think, me personally, I think it looks the best. However, they do actually have the First World one, like the one, the new movie that just came out. I think it looks pretty cool, but I quite like the black suit. And then in here we have all the powers. We've got Reed Richards' powers, Sue Storm's, Johnny Storm, and the Thing. And I'll be showcasing all of them. So currently I'm going to show you the Reed Richards powers. When you equip them, you'll get given a combat punch, which like it's just normal punching, but you get really elasticy arms, which I think is really cool. You get impulse, which is kind of like a little grapple hook, because you can use it to grapple onto things. And then you get a cover up, which turns you massive, and basically it's harder for you to take damage, which is pretty cool. And then after that, you got a special attack. Now this one's really cool. You jump up in the air, and then you do a massive slam, and you jump as well. And also, if you crouch, what happens is you turn into a little umbrella, which you can use just to move. And sometimes you'll get stuck doing these little jumps. No, I don't want to jump. And for the last ability, you can become a little cheese wheel, and you go really, really quick, as you can tell. So yeah, that is the Reed Richards powers. I think they're really cool. However, now we have the Sue Storm powers. Now her powers, it has these little projectiles that just do a little bit of damage. As physical strength, which, oh, hello. What are you guys doing over here? Anyways, and then we've got obviously the invisible ability, her main ability, and she actually gets slow fall when she uses this. But you can sneak up on your mates and just play pranks on them. It's really cool. And then obviously she's got her force field, which when you hold it, it does a lot of noise. But you can't be shot when, like, you can't be attacked when that's happening. And she's got another one, which is like an invisibility field. If you walk into it, you become invisible, but if you step out of it, apparently you're still invisible, and you can fly with her, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's the Sue Storm powers. Then up next is my personal favourite, Johnny Storm. Now, we're actually going to fly away. Also, when you fly, you turn into a little highlighter. Oh, that was not me. That was scary. But yeah, what you get is you get this little combat punch, which launches you, and it leaves a trail of fire behind you. You have these like little lashes of fire you can shoot, and you can set cows on fire with them. This poor little cow just got turned into cooked beef. I'm gonna have that on my burger. But yeah, and then he's got a really cool power. Flame on! Turn it on, you become fire pretty much. However, you get 3 new abilities. You get fireballs, which just shoot fire. You get fire repellent, which is like this little flamethrower. And then you get supernova, which turns you an even brighter colour of fire. However, you get increased health and increased damage, which is really cool. Also become fire resistant, so if you're in the nether, you can survive, which is really, really cool. And his powers are really good. And then also, the last character you have is the Thing. He's really cool, because once you use his powers, you actually turn into him, and you're this big orange rock, pretty much. And you have one combat power, which is like these little hefty punches. You have a charge jump, which I'm pretty sure if you look up into the sky and jump, yeah, it sends you flying. And you get load race, which is literally just this big slam. So I'll do it on this cow real quick. You can just slam the cow, and you just go set flying a little bit. And then also you get rock throwing, which you pick up this massive rock, and you can end up throwing it, which is a lot of damage. And then for the last one, you get It's Clobbering Time, which when you use it, a bunch of rocks spawn out from the ground and does a lot of damage. But yeah, that is the Thing's powers. Up next, we have Wolverine. So now, we in fact have Wolverine. He's really cool. He has the... Oh, I can't go first person. He's got the Deadpool and Wolverine suit and his classic suit. So if you grab one of his suits and put it on, we become really stylish and we do look like Wolverine, which is really cool. And now to his abilities, he has just one, it's called Wolverine Powers. Basically when you activate them, you get 3 new powers. The first one being Adamantium Claws, which he does like a little like dash and slash. His next one is called Ability to Smell. Basically when you use this one, it shows you a bunch of cool things. So pretty much, if it's green, then that means it's like a safe entity. If it's blue, that means it's like an item. So like, let's say I had this Wolverine mask and I drop it. I use my ability to smell. Oh, for some reason I'm blue. I don't know why that is. But yeah, pretty much it will locate anything safe and anything bad. If it's red, that means it's evil. And then obviously we've got the Immortal Animal, which you do this raw, and I think you become like even more dangerous, which is really cool. But yeah, and that is the. Hold on. But anyways, guys, that is the Wolverine suit and his superpowers. I think it's really cool personally. Wolverine isn't my favourite superhero, but he's always a nice superhero to like have a look at, and etc. No. So guys, that is the Wolverine superpowers, and up next we have the Deadpool superpowers. So if we quickly just put these back real quick. So it's just going to take a while. So up next we've got the Deadpool suits. So we have the normal Deadpool, and then we actually have the female Deadpool. So if we just put on the normal Deadpool first, as you can see, we look exactly like him. And then what you get is you get his pistols, you get ammunition, you get his katanas, and also his powers. So pretty much you want to right click the powers and right click the katanas, and now we have katanas on our back, and now we have his powers. So pretty much he's got a pistol, which leads to a lot of damage. Whoa, that was loud. He's got these pistols which do a lot of damage, and he's also got some katanas, which I think they're a bit bugged, but they don't really show you what they do. There's like no cool animation for them, but they do. No. They do one tap animals quite easily. Yeah, that's everything for Deadpool. Now outfit real quick. As you can see, we are now her submachine guns. So yeah, we have her guns, which when you shoot them, it has rapid fire, and they look really cool. And then up next we have the rocket launcher, and now we see this still nice house. It doesn't explode. It's quite anticlimactic, but it does do a lot of damage. Like, see this poor villager? Yeah, this guy's gone. Next we have Moon Knight. Now he's really cool. He's got quite a lot of different suits. However, for this one, we're going to stick with the first suit because it looks really cool. And it's like Moon Knight from the comics. Now Moon Knight, he does have quite a lot of cool powers. Now Moon Knight has quite a lot of cool powers. If you open the chest, we see we have his Moon Knight powers. We have Hand Khonshu. We have Crescent Darts. We have Moon Knight Hook, Long Truncheon, and then this doesn't work at the moment, but it will work in the later ones. But all we need to do is we need to turn on the Moon Knight powers, and then we get this Moon Knight Punch, which is like he does karate and stuff. It's pretty cool. We have this Moon Knight Hook, which allows him to grapple up places. Like, let's say we wanted to get to the top of this house, we'd come over here, and we'd grapple, and now we're on top of the house. Woohoo! And also we get this really cool like long bow staff called the truncheon, and this one which like jump. If you click spacebar after, you can see you fly. And then for his last ability, he's got Crescent Darts, which are like little throwing stars pretty much. Then Hand Khonshu, this one is really cool. Pretty much, yeah. Come over here, say bye to this cow. Bye bye cow, we'll miss you. Yeah. does quite a lot of damage. It's really cool. But I do want to show you some of the cool villains. So we have Doctor Doom, which when you put him on, he looks really cool. And you get 1 power, it's the Doctor Doom powers. And when you enable this, you get 4 powers from it. You get Doom Repulse, which is a bit like Iron Man, if you can't tell. He's using a green ball, which does a lot of damage. Then after that, you get a Doom Repulsor Ray, which is still a bit like Iron Man. You get to just light things on fire pretty much. And then we've got this really cool power called Doom Explosive Bomb. So you see these 2 cows actually. We're gonna throw a bomb and it does so much damage. He's got a little defense shield which stops him from being attacked, which is really cool. But yeah, that is Doctor Doom. And now for our next superhero, yeah, we got Venom in this mod. He's really cool as well. So you hold it, you right click, and then boom, you are literally Venom, and he is massive. Like, he doesn't even fit in the little player selection. And you get a couple powers. You get this symbiote. Oh. Hello. You get a symbiote lasso, which is pretty cool. You have a feeding power, which it'll grab stuff and eat it, which is really cool. And he's also got punches, which is really cool. And then if you crouch and do it, it does like this little ground slam. If you crouch and do the feeding one, it will show you all the really cool stuff. Like we have the symbiote axe, which then does a nice little chop. You can see it's really cool. We have the symbiote claw, which will just do a little claw. With the symbiote whip, which shoots out this really cool whip. With the symbiote transformation, which you can deactivate it, and you turn pretty much back to normal. Yeah, you got like a little Venom next to you, and also you can just still use the powers. So you go back to transformation, you can activate it, and yeah, you turn back into Venom, which is pretty cool. And then after that, we have this one, which it shows you all the really cool Venoms you can get. So obviously, it's like XP to unlock them. But there's literally so many. There's even a snowy symbiote Venom, which is really cool. And then we have Flight, which let's just turn this all the way up. When you fly, you have wings. What Venom do you know has wings? That's pretty cool. So you can just drop down and you stop flying. So yeah, that is everything for Venom showcased in this mod. On to the next villains. Okay guys, so I've had to move so far away so I don't accidentally destroy the village. But what we have is to become the Devourer of Worlds, aka Galactus. And once we activate his power, hold on, you got all his powers. However, you also have his transformation, which when you put it on, you turn into him. And now he's really tall. Like, this is him standing next to a pig. He's like 5 pigs tall, which is really cool. And then obviously got his powers. He's got this like combat, which it doesn't seem to have an animation. Oh, he has his repulse, which that is really cool. It does a lot of damage, and it does a lot of destruction. Then we have a Galactus laser, which is really cool. So that's what the Devourer of Worlds does. I am gigantic right now. Whoa! Like, look at this. I'm massive. See, that's a village over there. We've walked 2 steps, and that's how much destruction we've caused. And then also, if we use a repulse, isn't a normal repulse. Maybe it is, But yeah, you become massive, and then to stop turning into this big giant, you just crouch pretty much, and then you come back. Like, look how much destruction I've caused. Oh, oh damn, that's a lot of destruction. And obviously you can fly as well, which is in fact really cool. Anyway guys, that is the end of the showcase. As you can see, we're still Galactus. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next video.